everyone. One quick example is all this video lesson is going to be. We're in section 14.5, solving radical functions. It's really just a little extension, just doing a little bit more of what we did in the previous lesson, lesson 14.4. So we're going to solve this one radical function, and we're going to check for extraneous solutions. Remember, those are a solution that you solve and you get x equals a value, but that value doesn't actually work in the original equation, and we always need to make sure to check for that. So remember, we solve using our PEMDAS, or now PERMDAS steps, because the R has been added to this because we have radicals. So we're going to solve by undoing the steps, which means we start with addition or subtraction when solving this equation. Now we have addition of 4 here, plus 4, and we have minus 8. So remember that we can't deal with this plus 4 right now because it is under the root, and the root comes later. And we can kind of imagine that x plus 4 is in like an invisible set of parentheses under the root. So that's actually going to be the last thing we deal with. But we can you deal with addition or subtraction. We can do subtraction, undo the subtraction right here by adding 8. So we are going to add 8 right here. And of course, then we need to add 8 to the other side of the equation as well. When we do that, we have 10 plus 8 is 18 equals negative 2 times the square root of x plus 4. And the negative 8 and positive 8 add up to 0, so we can just cancel those. Now we deal with multiplication or division. Now there is a little multiplication symbol in here, even if there isn't one written in between the negative 2 and the square root. So there's our multiplication. So we undo that by the inverse operation of division. So I'm going to divide this side by negative 2 and divide this side by negative 2. 18 divided by negative 2 is negative 9. Make sure you include that negative right there. And negative 2 divided by negative 2, you get 1 when you divide those. And now we have x plus 4 left on the right-hand side. Now we deal with any exponents or radicals that exist in our equation. And we do have a radical right there. We undo a radical with the inverse operation, which is exponents. So since this is a square root, we undo a square root by squaring. If I square that side, I need to square that side as well, the other side. Negative 9 squared is positive 81. Negative 9 times negative 9 is positive 81. And over here, our square root and our square cancel each other out, and we are left with x plus 4. Now there's that x plus 4 I mentioned earlier that was going to be done last, and now we deal with that by subtracting 4 from both sides of the equation, and we end up with 81 minus 4 is 77, which is equal to x because the positive 4 and the negative 4 cancel each other out. There we go. So x equals, sorry about that, x equals 77. Now, before I circle that or put a rectangle around it, I want to check my work and make sure that, that there's no extraneous solutions in this situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to write our equation exactly as it was in the original problem, and we're going to put 77 in for x. So 10, we're going to say, does this equal negative 2 times the square root of 77 minus 4, plus 4, excuse me, it was plus 4, minus 8. Now when we simplify, we are now simplifying this way, the normal order of operations when we simplify, right? So I'm going to start with any parentheses. And remember, I'm going to treat those like invisible parentheses under the root, so we're going to deal with what's under the root first. 77 plus 4 is 81. Now we deal with exponents or roots. We do have a radical, so we're going to deal with that next. So does 10, again, we were saying, does 10 equal negative 2 times the square root of 81, which is 9, minus 8. Now we deal with any multiplication or division that exists. Let's multiply here before we subtract. So 10, does that equal negative 18 minus 8? Well, you guys, negative 18 minus 8 is negative 26. Negative 26. So they are not equal. So this is not a solution. This is an extraneous solution, and there is no solution. Let me know if you have any questions in class. Thanks.